Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea, moving past the old model of charity and focusing on something much more transformative, economic empowerment for people with disabilities. It's all about the right to work and the incredible dignity that comes from earning your own way. All right, let's get into it.
And just listen to this quote from Ahmad in Palestine. It really gets right to the heart of what we're talking about. Before, I was broken and isolated. Today, I became a role model. His story just shows you this isn't just about a paycheck. It's about a total transformation of confidence, of purpose, and becoming a leader in your own community.
So, to really understand the solution, you've got to understand the problem first. And that problem is a vicious cycle. You see, disability and poverty are often tangled together. If you have a disability, you might face huge barriers to getting an education or a job, which leads to poverty. But at the same time, being in poverty makes it harder to get healthcare or good nutrition, which can actually cause or worsen a disability. It's this trap that's just so tough to break out of on your own.
So how do you break that cycle? Well, one of the key strategies is something called community-based rehabilitation, or CBR. Now, the real magic of CBR is that it works inside communities. It's not about building separate special systems. It's about making sure that people with disabilities can access the very same schools, clinics, and workplaces as everybody else.
Okay, so how does that actually work on the ground? Well, it all starts with the most important foundation you can have, building skills. Because let's be real, without the right skills, economic independence is pretty much just a dream. And we're not just talking about one kind of training here. It's a whole lot more comprehensive than that.
CBR programs look at the whole person. They build a full spectrum of skills. You've got your basic literacy and numeracy, the absolute essentials. Then you layer on technical or vocational skills for a specific trade. If you're going the entrepreneur route, you need business skills. And honestly, the most important part might be the fourth one, those core life skills. Things like confidence, communication, teamwork. That's the glue that holds everything together.
You can see this perfectly in a program from the leprosy mission in India. They don't just teach someone a technical skill like mechanics and then send them on their way. No, they weave life skills like time management and problem solving right into the training. Why? Because they know that when you're looking for a job, employers aren't just hiring a skill set, they're hiring a reliable person who can think on their feet and be part of a team.
And the big question is, does it work? Oh yeah, get this. Over 95% of the graduates from that program find a job. I mean, that's not just a lucky break. That is stone-cold proof that when you equip people with the full package of skills, both technical and personal, you create incredibly capable employees and entrepreneurs.
All right, so you've got the skills. Now what? What are the actual pathways to earning a living? Well, it usually boils down to two main roads you can take.
On one hand, you've got self-employment. This can be a game changer, especially in the informal economy, because it offers a ton of flexibility. You can adapt your work to your own life, but it takes a whole lot of hustle and business savvy. On the other hand, there's paid employment. This usually means more stability, right? A regular paycheck, benefits, but it can also have higher walls to climb, like formal education requirements or just plain old prejudice from employers.
Let's look at a killer example of self-employment. This is Mpo from South Africa. He didn't just start a small business. He spotted a cool market niche, making modern sandals using traditional animal hides. And today, he's so successful that he employs 6 other people and exports his sandals to 3 different countries. That is what entrepreneurship can look like.
And for the paid employment path, check out Irene's incredible story. A CBR program helped her family improve their income, which meant she could stay in school. And she didn't just finish. She graduated with honors, went to law school, and is now a lawyer at the Supreme Court of the Philippines. I mean, come on. It just goes to show you there are absolutely no limits to what's possible.
But you know, individual talent and ambition, they can only take you so far. For this kind of empowerment to really stick, it needs to be backed up by bigger systems, both financial and social. So what do you do when a traditional bank won't give you a loan? Well, communities get creative. They create things like a ROSCA. It's basically a do-it-yourself community bank. A group of people all chip in a little bit of money on a regular basis. Then, one by one,
Each member gets the whole pot of money as a big interest-free loan. It's a brilliant system built entirely on trust, and it's an amazing way for people to get the cash they need to start a business.
And beyond just the money, there's this other crucial piece of the puzzle: social protection. And look, this is not a handout. It's the safety net that gives people the confidence to take a risk, like starting a new business. Just think about it. It's way easier to focus on a new job when you know you have the basics covered. Things like clean water, a safe place to live, and any disability support you might need. That security is the solid ground you need to start climbing.
So when you put all of these pieces together, you've got the skills, you've got the different pathways to work, you've got the support systems, what you're really doing is just unleashing human potential.
It really comes down to a choice, right? You can look at it from two sides. On one side, the cost of exclusion is massive. It's not just a social problem, it's a huge economic drain on families and society. It's all that lost productivity. But on the other side, you get the dividend of inclusion. You turn that cost into a contribution. You get new skills, new businesses, and maybe most importantly, you get new role models who change what everyone else thinks is possible.
And that idea comes to life with David in Uganda. He got tired of everyone's low expectations, so he started an agricultural association. Now he runs a model farm and leads a group with over 500 members. He's literally proving that people with disabilities aren't just waiting to participate in the economy, they can be the ones driving it.
So in the end, shifting our focus from disability to ability, that's not just some nice feel-good phrase, it's a genuine strategy for creating huge social and economic change. It breaks that vicious cycle of poverty and starts a new one, a cycle of opportunity. It asks all of us to look past what we think are limitations and to see the incredible, untapped potential that's just waiting inside every single person. So the real question is, what could we all achieve if we just started there?